Hi Aquarius, we're going to get into your message. If you're newer to the channel, my name is Dawn. I'm going to pull an overall energy, but then I'm going to get right into the tarot. I hope y'all are well. Let's see what the overall issue is today. The Sun, your purpose, your center, what you're working on, what you're working toward. Oh, we're going over here now. Interesting. Aquarius, you're always mixing it up on me. I have a method and you say, screw your method. And I say, okay. All right, so what is the challenge to this issue here? Which is you. I hope you had a fabulous birthday. Some of the very best people in my life have heavy Aquarius placements. I guess that one's staying, huh? Ooh, balance is the challenge. I'm not really surprised because just about every Aquarian that I know just gives their all. But you know what I'm seeing? That's the challenge though, is this influence. This feels like work. Okay, Aquarius, this could be a person over here that's pulling you away from your healing, your sense of self. But this feels like, to be honest, that you're working your ass off and you might be missing an opportunity here. Let's go back to this. Let's look at the Sun again. Number 53, which is an 8. It's the idea of the self, putting a lot of time and energy into yourself. Maybe you're not able to do that because of this imbalance between work and life. Yeah, and the 4 of Wands. You know what I feel like? It feels like a little bit, Aquarius. It's not that you don't at all lack a sense of self. You are very aware of the things you need, the things you want, and the things that are going to bring you that happiness in your everyday life. But I'm getting this sense of, it's like you can't catch up, or it's going to come later. If I work now, the happiness comes later. But happiness never comes later. It only comes in the present. I mean, technically, we can only be present in the present. We can only be happy in the present. Everything else is just like wishing, right? Okay, let's look at this. The balance, the influence. I mean, this could be anything you're doing too much of, but I'm really feeling like this might be a work situation or thinking too much in the future. All right, what do we need to know about this? Yeah. I feel like really the illusion is that it's okay to put your own emotional needs aside now to fulfill them later. I feel like this is probably something that it was modeled to you and you accepted it as your own, or it's a situation that you got stuck in. Let's see. That's the truth. That's the truth. Okay, so Aquarius, if that felt like a true statement to you, if that felt like a confirmation instead of something way out on left field, then this message is for you. And this is about really the 3D, your everyday life, your work life. Okay, well, let's see what can be learned with this, and then we're going to come back. I'm not sure why we're moving on in this second, but that's the direction, and I'm going to trust it. So what can be learned here? Completion. Okay. So there is something, whatever this is that is imbalanced, what I'm hearing is the time is come and gone, just meaning something is at the end of a cycle, and that's why it's just pulling from you now. There's a feeling that it's a challenge to get out of, or you can't get out of it, or I'm feeling a little bit of like Taurus energy, a little bit of stubbornness, to be honest, but that may not be you. But anything that we put a lot of work and effort into is very hard to transition from, to move on from. But it's interesting though, because it's not like, it doesn't give me a sense of just completely overgiving and having awful boundaries. It's like you have a plan, you have a goal, you know what you want. But the problem is, it's like, will that ever come? Will you ever stop? Will you ever be able to balance the work and life tendencies? Let's look at this completion. Okay, this one. Yeah. This completion here, first of all, don't ever let a completion be forced on you, right? 555 on the clock. I think that's the biggest challenge. Make a decision that something no longer suits you and start to move forward. New action, new awareness. Is there something you can learn? Just for reference, I'm somebody that had a physical business for many years, nearly 15 years, and it was very hard for me to understand how I was going to go from one thing to another. And at one point, I thought there was zero chance that was even possible. And that's not true. And what I'm seeing here is it will be easier for you if you decide to transform and change and create something different than if it's forced upon you eventually, because this cycle is ending and that's why it's not as fulfilling anymore. What else about this completion? Yeah, it's a completion. It's a 10 of Wands. Like there's, yeah, the world, again, it is a completion. This is the time and this is the place. And I don't know if there's a lack of Shraddha, which is faith. It's active faith. Let's go back to this. I'm really curious about what is the challenge? Why are you stuck there? Let's get one more on there. I mean, these crows are like drinking and smoking. So there's something about it that you like. Aquarius, is it control? It's like, this is the example I'm getting. If this is annoying to you, maybe I'm not your reader, I don't know, I'm sorry, but this is the example, justice on the bottom, that Spirit's giving me. If you've ever worked in the restaurant industry, you don't get a lot of places, you don't get a lot of breaks. But the people that do get breaks are the people that smoke. And so sometimes it's like, well, shit, I might as well just smoke so I get the break. It's like that would be an example of something working into your favor, even though you don't want to do it. So it's possibly whatever this is, this job, this career, this relationship, there's something you're getting out of it, or you would have already changed and moved into this new beginning where there's potential. There's potential over there. And it's like, what it looks like here is there's only lessons that remain. Ooh, there's only lessons that remain. The Knight of Wands. I don't always read this card the same way, but falling on all of these and after what I just said, this either supports your ability to use your wand, Aquarius, or it supports your ability to control other people's actions, your actions, to keep a lid on it, if that makes sense. Okay, Aquarius, let's go ahead and look at where you can get some support. Let's go over here. This is an interesting reading, Aquarius. I did try to do it a couple days ago and the energy was way too, I couldn't do it. So you may have a lot going on, you know, just coming off of birthday and starting this new year for you. You might have a lot of, well, like I said, potential to create change, but that change is going to challenge, I'm putting these back in because it's too many, your need to control. So sorry for that. Okay, just one, please, just one. Okay, Aquarius, where can you find support? What can you rely on? Collaborative dreaming. Couple things about this. 28, that's a 10. That's also the end of a cycle, right? So everybody has a sixth sense. Some people you feel things, some people you hear things, some people you know things. This is really giving me two things. The first thing, you're probably psychically connected with someone, and that may especially involve the dream state. So sending information back and forth. Also, this is a connection with Purusha. So Purusha is your own higher self, the God force within you, the part that is not moving through the 3D, through the third chakra, with the personality that, yes, you were given and yes, you change over time, but Purusha is the perfect, whole, and complete part of you, the soul. So this to me shows that you can get support essentially through the astral planes and through connection to your own higher self. So maybe that's through meditation, maybe that's just through reflection, but more than anything, what Spirit is really saying is this situation over here is coming to a completion. And your happiness now exists in a different place. And Spirit wants you to have happiness in the present. Any other advice? I'm supposed to get one of those over there too, so just a second. And then we'll end at Aquarius. The Ace of Pentacles. Oh my goodness, I love this. The Ace of Pentacles and the Two of Cups. This is what's available for you. This is like a new business on the 3D, a new opportunity on the physical plane, and soul love, divine love. This could be a relationship, but this could also be the blending of really getting together on your dharmic path, finding what brings you the happiness on the 3D. When you see something like the Ace of Coins and the Two of Cups, those two together on the physical world bring you the Four of Wands, which is happiness and opportunity in the daily, at home and at work. All right, anything else for Aquarius? What do we got? This may not be for all of you is what I'm hearing for this last card. Let go. Oh my goodness. This business, this creative project, this, however you identified yourself in the past, this is over. This has transformed. Go with it. Let go. Walk away from this situation in order to resolve it. There's this new love, new opportunity, happiness right around the corner. I hope this was helpful, Aquarius.